Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. And this lesson is going to be entitled, something along the lines that the banks are closing in 2025 according to Canadian Act, specifically Act 21 and Act Section 21, or Act 21 Section 2, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to play this video. Lord willing, we'll pull up the act as well. And we're going to go into it because this is some serious stuff, right? And they already have everything prescribed, as the scriptures say. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick to start it off with Salakia. Let's go to Blue Letter Bible. Let's go to Jeremiah, or Isaiah rather, Isaiah 10 in verse 1. It says, "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees," right? Meaning unrighteous laws. Let's look in this word decrees. Okay, let's look into this word decrees. Let's finish the scripture first, actually. "Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed," meaning to write before, okay? "To turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right away from the poor of my people, to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless." Yes, because who's going to be most affected? The vulnerable. That's what it's meaning. That's what it means by widows and fatherless. The vulnerable. Okay. Matter of fact, I can read this in the NLT right here. It says, "What sorrow awaits the unjust judges and those who issue unfair laws." See, the act is a particular law that's in place. Okay, they deprive the poor of justice and deny the rights of the needy among my people. They prey on widows and take advantage of orphans, meaning the vulnerable, like I said before. So these are unfair laws that they already have in place, and they are going to deprive you of justice. That's absolutely a fact, and I'm going to go into it, showing you what this entails. Matter of fact, let's go here. Let's look up this word quick. Decrees, it says chakwat, okay, chakwat, meaning a decree, and it says decree, resolve, statute, action prescribed. Hold on, when you have an act, right? This is the Canadian Act 21, right? So this is an action prescribed. Okay, that's what the word act is short for, action, right? So, right, you go down, it says an enactment, a resolution, decree, thought. Okay, so let's go back here and let's go to this video.
Section 21 of the Canadian Bank Act is very interesting. Read this for yourself. It won't let me do it for longer than 1 minute, so screenshot and read.
Right. Salakia is the Canadian Bank Act, I should have known that. Okay, and it says subject to subsections 2 and 4, which I've read all of that. I read subsections, I read through it, okay? It says banks shall not carry on business, just to make sure that it was correct information, because sometimes you have people that put out things prematurely and they don't even understand what they're putting out, so we have to verify everything. It says banks shall not carry on, authorized foreign banks shall not carry on business in Canada after June 30, 2025. So they're not supposed. So that means the banks are finished by June 30, 2025. Now let's look up this. Let's look up what Chatgpt had to say, because when you look up the term carry on business, that means they can't operate. Okay, they can't operate. They could be no more. They will be dissolved. Okay, or they will stop from functioning here. So what's people gonna do? What's gonna happen to people's savings? What's gonna happen to people's direct deposit? What's gonna happen to the bank, the money, the economic system in general. So they're trying to get this done before this date, right? The act is already in place, and then there's things that the subsections that go into the different scenarios of this particular act, right? So we're gonna have to probably go into that as well. So the first thing I want to do is I'm gonna go to. I'm speaking to Chatgpt. I said explain Canadian Bank Act section in simple terms. It says certainly. Section 21 of the Canadian Bank Act says that banks, including foreign ones, allowed to operate in Canada cannot do business in the country after June 30, 2025. What is the devil doing? Okay. However, there might be exceptions or conditions mentioned in other parts of the act, right? So we might go into that, Lord willing. But the whole point is, why do they have a particular date when banks will not be able to operate? Are they planning on crumbling the economic system by that time to bring in we know there has to be that chaos so that they can bring in the solution, right? Well, let's go into here. I then asked, what would happen if no bank could do business in the country of Canada? If no bank could do business in Canada, it would have severe consequences for the economy and everyday life. People would struggle to access basic banking services like savings accounts, loans, and mortgages. What do you think is going to happen with these people? They're going to lose it. They're going to lose their mind, and that's what they want. They want them to go crazy. That's what they're going to do. Okay, because these people don't trust in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They don't have a bank account in the heavens. They're only concerned with this bank account here. Okay, and guess what? When this happens, we're gonna have the advantage over the people. Okay, why? Because, we have Yahweh Shai on our side. Okay, that's why we're gonna have the advantage. You see, they're not gonna have help in this time. It says businesses would face difficulties managing their finances, paying employees, right, and accessing credit to fund operations and expansion. The economy would likely, which means what? They're going to lose jobs. There's going to be a lot of job losses. This is also scriptural. This is also prophetic. We're going to go into that as well. It says the economy would likely suffer from decreased investment, slowed economic growth, and increased unemployment. Overall, it would significantly disrupt the function of the financial system and daily life in Canada. So that would be a great turning point, right? So let's go here. Let's go to a second. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 12, and I'll start at verse 1. It reads, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. See, we're not yet in the evil days, man. We're getting there, but we're not yet in those evil days. When those evil days come, you don't have to ask us if we're in the evil days. When dead bodies start to become a normal sight, you know for sure we're in the midst of the evil days, man. Okay? When you have struggling to find food, then you're gonna know we're in the evil days. You see, remember now the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. Right? While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, right? So, right, because it's going to be a time where you're not going to have pleasure in this world. You're not going to have pleasure in going out and having fun and blah, 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 and seeing chicks. You're not going to have pleasure in those things, okay? What you're going to have pleasure in is survival, you see? You're going to have pleasure on getting a bowl of soup. That's going to be the only pleasure you got left, okay? It says, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? The economist, right? These different, because they're going to, like I said, the economy is going to be done away with. They're coming in with a whole new economic system. So what does that mean? That means that this economic system has to be overthrown and replaced. They need an excuse to do away with this. If it's working perfectly or if it's working fine for now, they got to do away with it. They're trying to speed this thing up. Okay, this is why they have the act already prepared. It says, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, meaning the workers cease, because they are few. And those that look out of the windows be darkened. It's not gonna be a bright future for this place, and it's gonna be very, very evident it's not coming back very, very soon. Okay, we're about to come to a place of no return. It says, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, right? Low. Hey, people are going to be losing jobs left and right. These men with these good jobs, these women with these good jobs, they're going to be struggling. Okay. And he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Oof. Oof. And guess what? You celebrities. Let's deal with you celebrities. You celebrities are gonna be on a low estate too. You celebrities are gonna need food rationing too. You celebrities are gonna need help. Okay? If the economy crashes, and the banks all close, what's the money you got gonna do for you? What's the money you have gonna do for you? They're coming in with a whole new system. Okay, they may use you. They say, oh, okay, you wanna get back some of the goodies you got. Well, go and promote this mark. Go and promote this chip. Okay, yeah, because you celebrities are gonna be used for that chip promotion too, and you're gonna know it's the mark of the beast, right? Let's go to Isaiah 19. It's Isaiah 19 in verse, I'll start at verse 14. It says, Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Yeah, because you see them doing a bunch of stupidity, and it's by design anyway, but right, the way they have the left moving, right? Speaking about the Democratic and the liberals, it's the same type of system out here in Canada, right? They're doing this stuff on purpose, and it's a bunch of stupidity. It's like they're drunk. It's like it's like, is this guy serious? You're gonna let these migrants in like this? You're gonna give them free benefits, and we're struggling here. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Yes, they're doing stupidity on purpose. This is that perverse spirit, right, which is causing them to err. Okay, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. It's not speaking about ancient Egypt, eh? You got to know this is speaking about America, Babylon the Great. Okay, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right. So guess what? Like I said before, the work is going to cease. The work is going to be scarce to get a job. It's going to be very, very scarce. Okay. And the first ones to go is going to be the ones that are them how do you call it, those jobs that are secretaries, things like that, things that that are easy to kind of do, which is the majority of jobs anyway. It says let's go into the NLT. It says, Yahweh has sent a spirit of foolishness on them. That's what it is. Okay, so all their suggestions are wrong. Yes, everything they're doing is wrong. All the laws they're passing is stupid. All the decrees that they're passing are stupid, and everyone's seeing it. But it's by design. It's the Hegelian dialectic, right? So they're playing with you guys. Okay, they control both sides. They control Trump. They control the right. They control the left. It's a game. You guys are gonna beg for the right, and guess what? If the right comes in, guess what the right's gonna do? The right's gonna be complete tyrants. Right? And they're going to use an excuse of, we got to get this place in order because of what the left did. You see how that works? It says they cause Egypt to stagger. I already told you, if Trump gets in there, he's going to be a major tyrant. Okay. It says they cause Egypt to stagger like a drunk in his vomit. There is nothing Egypt can do All are helpless, the head and tail, the noble palm branch. No, I like this one better. Okay, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. That's better. This is saying something different in the NLT, but this is what it should say. Let's go look into the interlinear to see what the Hebrew says. Just real quick. I don't take too long on it. I have the word work there. It says Maisha. Okay, Maisha says deed, work, right? Thing done, labor, work, business, pursuit, undertaking, enterprise, achievement, deeds, work, right? So this is speaking about there's not going to be any more work in Egypt. Point blank, period. Okay. So what's that going to lead to? That's going to lead to a great, like Chatgpt says, a great distress and confusion in not so many words. Okay. Shalom. Okay, so he has 1 Peter 4:7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober, and watch unto prayer. For these be the days of vengeance. Oh, right. So let's deal with 1 Peter 4:7. That's it, right? So the end is at hand. And we're telling you about the end. Okay? It says, for these be the days, this is Luke 21:22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled, right? So we're coming to that time where everything is going to be fulfilled. But first, there has to be great distress. Okay? Great distress has to come first. Okay, let's go to Revelation 6:5, because this is what's next. Okay, when all these distresses come, the next thing is going to be what? Major food insecurities. This is Revelation 6:5. It says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, right? Which Bishop Nathaniel rode upon a black horse, right? Well, the black horse represents death. Okay, it represents great death and tribulation. Okay, it says, well, you know what, the pale horse represents death. This represents like great, sorrow, evil. Okay, it says, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, right? Represent the judgment of the Lord, right? He's going to bring these evils upon these people. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, right? So it's the penny would be likened back then as a day's work. That's what a penny back then was worth, and a penny in those days term, right? Because a penny is a measurement, okay? Just like a dollar is a measurement. When you get those paper dollars, what is that a measurement of, right? It means nothing. It's fiat. It's not real, but that's okay, right? So a day's wages, you're only going to get a measure. You're only going to get a little loaf, a little piece of bread. A little loaf of bread to go for the whole family for a day's pay. Could you imagine that? Right? And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Okay, meaning what? The understanding. Okay, the understand that oil and the wine represents the understanding. Okay, the wisdom and knowledge. That's not going to be done away with. It says and when he had opened the fourth seal, right? So that's going into that time of famine, man. Because famine is not just, oh, you didn't eat for eight days or 3 days or whatever. 8 days, you'd be on your way out. But let's say you didn't eat for 3 days. That's not just a famine. Okay, a famine just means, let's say you're supposed to be eating at least 2,000 calories a day, and then you got to cut down. You forcibly got to cut down to 1,000 calories. That's still a famine. That's still a level of a famine. Okay, and you can't get more than 1,000 afford more than 1,000 calories. That's still a famine. Okay, It says, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death. See, so what's going to come after this period of time that we're talking about, the famine time, which we're coming into, right, is the period of great death. Okay, and hell followed with him, and power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword and with hunger, godly, with the sword, with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. And then guess what? The beasts are going to make their grand entrance into these cities, man. So the Spirit's going to get on these people to open up the zoos, whoever it's going to be, to open up these zoos. You're going to see wild gorillas running up in the streets of Babylon and different first world countries, man. Okay? Tigers and whatever else is in them zoos, man. Wolves coming from wherever. Okay? Bears. Yeah, these things are going to be up in the cities, man, eventually. Right? So great distress is on the way. See, so you proud people, you people that are in your pride, you can stay in your pride. Stay in your pride. Okay? All right? Because we're coming to the time of great tribulation for you people. And the Lord said that we're going to be taken care of. Let's start at verse 11. And it says, but ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number, meaning what you sold out to Esau Edom. It says, therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall, all my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. And we're reading about the famine. See, this is why them women, they're going to start waking up. The Spirit's going to start getting on them to come. All of a sudden, we're going to start looking extra sexy. You know, that's when the men of the Lord are going to start looking extra sexy to them. Oh, man, yo, you know what? I'm attracted to bald spots. I'm attracted to patchy beard. I'm attracted to them rough beards with it. Yeah. You see that? Yeah. I like when a man tells me what to do. Yeah, all of that. They're going to be more attracted to the men of the Lord, you dig? It says, behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, shall howl for vexation of spirit. Oh, man, you guys are going to feel it. Okay, so, hey, man. What is 2 Ezra 9:9 say? It says, and then they shall know it by what? Through death, by pain. You know, we got to get... Man, so much we got to get. But what I want to get first is, let's get Ezekiel. I want to get Ezekiel 5. I want to get Ezekiel 5 in verse 16. Okay, this is Ezekiel 5 and 16. You got to understand, this is part of the Lord's arsenal, man. All these famines, these wild beasts, the people putting people to death. That's all part of the Lord's arsenal for judgment. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. Amen. When that time comes, man, when the Lord really unleashes, the time of mercy is closed. The ones who are going to receive the mercy, they're already sealed at that time. It says, so will I send upon you famine and evil beast, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I, Yahweh, have spoken it. Oh my goodness. And he didn't just do this in one time. He's about to do, like I call this the time that we're in now is on this time more than any other time. You best believe it. Okay. It says, let's go to Deuteronomy 32 real quick. I got to get going, but Deuteronomy 32. It's Deuteronomy 32 and verse 23. And it reads, I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will send mine arrows upon them. You see that? Let's see what some of his arrows are. There's another one, right? The nuclear missiles and different things like that, different fires and things of that nature, the chariots, right? Which shoot out laser beams. Beast upon them, which with the poison of serpents of the dust. And he had a guy up here in Montreal, up here in Canada, man. The guy recently got stung by a scorpion in a box that was coming with bananas, a box of bananas. There was a scorpion in there. And hey, man, that's something I've said for years now, that, you know, a lot of these things, these creatures are going to be able to come through in these different boxes if the Lord wants, you know, these different imports, because for things like that, these are coming from, you know, South America and different places around the earth, which have particular creatures, you know, that they don't have out here. So hey, without and terror within shall destroy both the young man and the covering of Yahushua. Everyone's going to get devoured, okay? And they're going to be destroyed. And the word destroy means destruction, okay? The word destroy means destruction. The Lord is going to destructure these people, man. He's going to actually destructure these people. You dig? So let's go to 2nd Ezra 15, man, because you know I have 2nd Ezra 15. Let's go ahead and get that, because this is what it's all leading to, man. What are they talking about? The banks are going to be dissolved. And what? What do you mean the banks are going to be dissolved? What do you mean by that? All right? We know that Esau's planning on doing away with this economic system. So we're coming into a very, very serious time, and that's 2025. They're planning on that for 2025. So they want this major chaos to ensue very soon. Okay, it doesn't mean, you know, it's gonna happen exactly. It might be before that. You know, we don't know. We'll see. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another people, and swords in their hands." Yep, weaponry. Yep. "For there shall be sedition among men." Right, that's happening already now. They're speaking about uprising against the government, but it's going to increase, and it's going to get. They're going to really do it. They're going to really get down like that. They're going to really, you know what I mean? A politician is going to have to be in hiding, right? You mayors, you different prime ministers, you know what I'm saying? You guys are going to have to be in hiding, bro. It's not going to be a good time to be, you know, you lower level leaders in that time, because people are going to be looking for you, man. Especially like mayors and shit. Like, you guys are accessible, man. "And invading one another, they shall not regard," and we're not telling people to do it. We're just saying what the prophecy says getting ready to happen. "And invading one another, they shall not." And imagine if the banks crash. What do you think these people are going to do? They're going to lose it. They're going to absolutely lose their mind. They lose their money. They can't get access to their money, their mortgage. They're going to lose their brain. Complete chaos will ensue. Absolutely. 120%. 144%. Okay, it says, "For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able." Right, because when there's major chaos like that, guess what? They're gonna bring in martial law. Okay, and they're gonna lock down the cities. They're gonna lock down different places. They're gonna bring in the army. All these different things. Okay. "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." You see that? You see that, bro? Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't playing, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua ain't playing at all, man. You see what I'm saying? He ain't playing at all, bro. He's deadly serious. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is deadly serious. Okay, and he's going to bring some major judgments upon you people. So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect. And I'll say shalom.